Detroit Dave. Yeah. 31 Trey in the building. Detroit Dave on the motherfucking track. Yeah, 7 Mile. So I'm from the D, right? Detroit, Michigan, the murder mitten. So just sit back and relax. Let me tell you about my hood. Yes, I'm from the D, bitch. You better get your mind right.
What up, though? And we right back with it. Friday, March 28th, as promised. The Air Jordan XII collection, part 2. And speaking of this sign right here, you know Jordan 12s don't got no Nike branding on them. But something else that I picked up recently does have Nike Air branding. Shout out to them. And shout out to the skate shop that made it all possible. Comfort Skate Shop in Chattanooga, Tennessee. I did a nice little trip up there because all of my spots here in Georgia did not select my ticket. But guess who did select my ticket? Comfort Skate Shop. Video coming soon on these. I did a whole video. So we're going to put that out. It's coming soon. It's coming in April. SB4 video. Matter of fact, Detroit Dave's Navy SB4 video dropping sometime in April. It's coming soon because it's my birthday next month. So, you know, it's lit for y'all. But anyway, shout out to them just because of the Nike sign and the Nike symbol on that ass. We're going to get into it. Although I don't like how flimsy this is. It's not supposed to happen like that. But we're going to get into them, though. This video, though, we're getting back into these Twizzles. And Bella had to make a cameo. What up, Bells? How you feel? You just wanted to let the people know you were still here for the Jordan 12s? Shout out to you, Bells. Bella, I appreciate you. So, getting right back and falling right along with OGs, you probably know exactly what that is. Bells, go over there. Go, Bells. Go over there. Thank you. My dog listens. You got to keep you a bitch that listens because you know female dogs are bitches, right? So, here we have the 2016 released. 2 simple colors. Very simple colorway. Black and varsity red. That's it. So you already know what time it is. With this big stupid ass box. Do I have a receipt in here? Oh, I do not. I do not. Huh. Yes, I do. Yes, the fuck I do. You know I keep the receipts, man. What was this May? I think this was May of 2016. Let's see. Where the date at? Okay, so obviously I got these from North Lake, which is not normal for me. I typically get my pairs from Cumberland. Yep. Memorial Day, 2016. There we go, at 8 in the morning. So, got the receipt. And we all know them. We all love them. They just came back out. I was able to help people get their pairs. And I wore these to the release because that's what I do. Let's get into these bread 12s, a.k.a. flu games. Some sneakers are just classic. I mean, they just are what they are. And in my opinion, the Air Jordan 12 bread is one of those releases. It's just a classic release. It's just a classic colorway. I made a post about these because I wore these when I went to go pick up, the pairs that I needed. You know, people order with me. And so I put these on and I made a comment. I believe that the Air Jordan 12, specifically the bread colorway, the majority of Air Jordan 12s in general, but I would say specifically the bread colorway is probably the most consistent release amongst all the releases of this colorway. So what I'm saying by most consistent release, a lot of times when Jordan brand retro sneakers, they will do something a little bit different. They may change the colorway. They may change the color of the border. They may change the stitching. They may change the material. Something different. They'll put a Jumpman instead of Nike Air. Whatever. Something is a little bit different. If you look at the OG, March 1997, if you look at the 2004, if you look at these 2016s and the 2025 release, they're all damn near identical. It's really not much difference. And I did a comparison. I didn't like shoot a video, but I did compare my pair to the 2025 release just to kind of see and kind of get ideas and see if they changed anything. And they really didn't. It's the same shoe. Two colors, simply black and red. That's it. That's it. This is really the definition of a bread colorway. Truly just black and red. And like I said, man, I take care of my sneakers very well. I probably wore these about 4 times. But when I had them on, on March, what's these came out? March 1st. When I had them on the 1st, I kept getting asked if I had on a new pair because they're just so clean, so crispy. And all I do is just take care of my shit, man. That's it. But very consistent amongst all releases. Not really much difference in the releases, when you go year by year. Just the overall dope colorway. Y'all refer to them as the flu game. I refer to them as, some people call them food poisoning. I call them the hangover 12s. The party too hard 12s. We know what Mike was doing, man. Cocaine and liquor, man. Maybe it was food poisoning from some pizza. Maybe it was. But it was not the flu. I'll tell you that. But these are sick. So I guess it don't matter. And here you have Detroit Dave's Bread Air Jordan 12, the 2016 release. Why? Because they so clean. I didn't need to keep the new release. I let y'all have them. I went and picked them up, and I sent them to the people that pre-ordered with me. So now y'all got the 2025 release. I'm cool with these 2016s. Although I am a little jealous of this Nike Air on the box, though. I do kind of wish my box had Nike on them. But other than that, the shoe itself, virtually the same shoe. OG colorways, man. Now, y'all will notice it's an OG colorway that I'm missing. It's because taxis are my least favorite Air Jordan 12. Let's just go ahead and talk about it real quick while we're here. So, these are pretty much in order almost. Number 1, favorite Air Jordan 12. Number 2, favorite Air Jordan 12. Number 3, favorite Air Jordan 12. Playoffs are number 4 on the list, and taxis will round out the 5 OG colorways as being number 5 on my particular list. I know a lot of people are not going to agree with that, but that's my personal opinion. Taxis just don't really do it for me. They never really have been a shoe that's just like, oh my God, you know what I mean? I would take He Got Games over taxis 6 days out of the week. So, But I did hear taxis is coming back this year. So, I probably will get them just to round out the OG colorways. But as far as I'm concerned, taxis is not really doing it for me. Also, you'll notice that the Obsidians are 10.5. Back then, the older Air Jordans, I was able to fit 10.5. So a lot of my shoes from that time frame are 10.5, but everything else, as you can see, is size 11. Now, I have my own personal nickname for this particular release. Now, some people call them, I don't know what people call them. People might call them the Gem Reds. These are cherries, right? So another red fruit that's quite common and popular would be a strawberry. Cherries and strawberries are common red fruits. Now, apples you could say as well, but apples come in different colors. So you can have a green apple, you can have a yellow apple, you can have a red apple. But strawberries and cherries are typically always red. So since these are cherries, I decided to call these the Strawberry 12s, aka Gem Red. Now these I put on when I went to go pick up those. And they so clean. I was getting so many compliments and people were asking me about them. Of course, you know how we doing it. Receipt is always in effect. Y'all calling the gym reds? Let's get into these strawberry 12s. Shall we? Now, overall, I'm not sure how the culture feels about these, but I absolutely love this release. Here's a crazy hot take, right? What if I told y'all that I actually like these better than taxis? As you can see, I own them, and I don't own taxis. This colorway could have been an original colorway. It really gives you that Chicago feel. It's got a very similar back tab to the playoff, which is something that I think is a cool aspect. It's damn near the same backing to the playoff 12, other than the border around this Jordan right here is red on this one and it's white on the playoffs. And then the Jumpman inside the box on the playoffs is black, while the Jumpman inside the box on here is white. But for the most part, they have a very similar back tab. These are almost like red playoffs. Another reason why I call these strawberries is because typically cherries will have a darker red to them. The skin on a cherry is typically a deeper, darker red. And as you can see on these strawberries, the red is definitely brighter. It's about the same color as the red on the bread 12s. And then you'll see it's a little bit darker on the cherries. That red is definitely not as vibrant on the cherries as it is on the strawberry 12s. How you feel about that, Bills? All right, cool. So, strawberry 12s. This was just an extra colorway. So, no, you do not need to have these in your collection unless you just like them like I like them. Another red 12 that I'm kind of mad that I missed is the all red suede 12s. I'm kind of mad that I missed those. They was around. I could have got them. They also released in 2016, I believe. I think these were earlier in the year, maybe like July. And I think those came out towards the end of the year in like maybe November or whatever. Or maybe it wasn't even 2016. They could have came out in 2017. I don't recall. But I know it was one of them years, 2016, 2017, the all red suede joints came out. And then after the fact, like I kind of looked back and I kind of wished that I had grabbed them. But you know what? It's all good, man. It's all good because I'm about to get them Nigel bricks in a minute. So I'll have a all red suede shoe. But this colorway is just one of the doper retro plus colorways in my opinion. It's something that I had to have. As a matter of fact, I kept these sneakers DS for a long time. I wore them for the first time, undead stock, in October 2023 when I went to go pick these up. So I kept them dead stock for 7 years. Shout out to West 7 Mile Road. And, I really, really like this release. Undead stock, wore them one time. So if I didn't tell you I wore them, you wouldn't know. Like I say, man, cleaning your sneakers after every wear is of utmost importance. Flawless shoe. Because I only wore them one time. And I stepped light in them. I like the way they came with the red laces. The red eyelets at the top. And you know these plastic. Ain't no way these metal. But overall, clean colorway. I like the very Chicago feel they have to them. Like I said, they're almost like red playoffs. Very clean colorway. Nice quality leather. Nice grain. The leather is very soft on these as well. And just the overall cool colorway. I think it's a clean colorway. So that's why I picked them up. That's why I still have them. And that's why I plan to continue to have them. I don't plan on selling these at any time. Just because I like them, man. It's a dope colorway. So if you're going to get a retro plus colorway of Air Jordan 12s, I think this is a great one to have. Similar to the Indigos. So there you have the 2016 released Gym Red 12 aka strawberries. And moving right along to another release. And you know what I noticed about this year? What I noticed about 2025 is that they're going back and they're replaying a lot of stuff from 2016. It's a lot of 2016s that's coming back out this year. You already had the metallic fives that the last release was in 2016. You have the white cement fours that are coming back. Another release from 2016. Bread highs, another release from 2016. Now, the ones that came out this year were the 85 highs, so they were higher, but it was still a bread release. This shoe I've heard is also coming back this year. Well, I won't need them because these is just in such great condition. What colorway you talking about, Dave? The Air Jordan 12 French Blue, which was also another Retro Plus colorway that was released in 2003, along with the Flint 12s, the Flint Gray 12s that also came out. These and the Flints also came out in 2003. Of course, they came in that classic face box, as I speak so highly of. But yeah, man, so these came out in 2003 initially. This is the 2016 retro, and I heard they're coming out again this year. Receipt on deck, of course. And let's get into these Frenchies, man. See what these French Blues talking about. Another pair I won't need, because as you can see, mine are in great condition from 2016. There's that silver Jumpman tab again. But let's get into it. Yes, sir. That silver Jumpman tab provides a nice contrast to that white and French blue. The silver eyelets. The French blue going up the tongue in 2-3. With a little bit of red added, just to give it a nice little color pop. Now, this sneaker, in my opinion, is not necessary for the collection. I know in 2003, when these initially came out, this was one of the colors that I passed on. So I did not have this release when it initially came out. But when they retroed it in 2016, I decided it was one of the ones that I wanted to grab. I thought that it was cool. It was a cool shoe, and I wanted to have them in my collection. So I went ahead and picked them up. Now, in my opinion, the leather quality is on par, but the overall shape, I feel like, I don't know, it just seems a little different than like the breads and these right here. I don't know, it seems a little more elongated, a little flatter in the front maybe. I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. Maybe they about the same. But I don't know. I like the leather quality. I just think the shape was a little off. You know what I'm saying? So, but this is also a sneaker that I went ahead and picked up the t-shirt to go with it because I thought it was cool. So as you see, quality inspired by the greatest player ever. So I went ahead and grabbed the French blue t-shirt to go with it. And as you can see, it got the same traction from the bottom of the 12s right there. And it's got the logo from the back. Now, unfortunately, I lost weight, so this shirt is a XXX. I might have to sell it because I think it's too big. I haven't even tried it on since I lost weight. Like, I never wear these. So I haven't tried those on yet. Or, excuse me, tried that on yet. But I do think it's a nice, clean colorway. I did mention in the Air Jordan 11 video that I respected when like 82 11s on the same level as Concords. Because one was white and black, one was white and navy, basically the same shoe. I do not feel that way about these. I do not respect these as much as I respect the taxis. Now, do I like them more than the taxis? Probably. I mean, because I got these and I no longer have taxis. But at the same time, the respect level from taxis is just way higher, in my opinion, than on these. I respect taxis way more than I respect the French Blue 12s. Although I fuck with Frenchies, obviously. You know what I'm saying? You could tell. Cleaned them after every wear. Flawless on the soles. No heel drag whatsoever. Because I probably wore these 2-3 times. Not too much. Not nothing too crazy. Not nothing too crazy. And I know I only wore the short like once, maybe twice. Maybe twice. So it's a release that I like. I rock with them. Definitely not getting the 2025 release. And they cool. They cool. Are they necessary for your collection? Absolutely not. But if you're gonna have a Retro Plus colorway, this is not a bad one to have. But keeping along with this same color blocking, I would probably go with the Indigo 12s if I was going to go with that off blue color and white over these. Which really, you know what? I'm going to add that at the end because I just thought about something, but I've done that before, so I'm going to add it at the end because you can really mix and match a lot of these just because of the way that the color blocking works on Jordan 12s. You can really mix and match a couple of these because I just had an idea. But I've done that before, so I'm just going to do a few of them at the end of the video. But you can see they're basically the opposite colors. And so I would probably go with the Indigo over the Frenchies just because I love Obsidian so much. And to me, Indigos are like Obsidian 2.0s. So here you have the 2016 released Air Jordan 12 French Blue, which, like I said, I hear we getting a retro of these this year. So if you don't have them and you want them, you'll have an opportunity to grab them this year. All right. And there we have the Frenchies. And now we're going to get into the final Retro Plus colorway. Clearly the most expensive Air Jordan 12 in my collection. And if you're a sneakerhead, I don't have to tell you what these are. You can obviously tell by the box what shoes these are. Out of the whole OVO collection, not including the PEs, but out of the whole general release or release to the public OVO collection, these are the most sought after, and they are still the most expensive. Whether you're talking about 10s, 8s, or 12s, the white Air Jordan 12 is still the most expensive, still the most sought after. White metallic gold, Air Jordan 12 Retro, OVO. We about to pop this box. Now, I got a couple things in here. There's a lot of shit in here. Let's go ahead and get that box. Oh, the gold on there. Now, at one point, I had a pair of Air Jordan 1 Pinnacles. This bag came from the Pinnacles. I no longer have the Pinnacles, but I kept this bag. This bag is also very nice, too. It's not just the regular material. This shit is like, I don't know, it's almost like suede. Very, 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 very nice. But I keep the 12s in this bag because they all white, and I just didn't want them to be damaged in any way. Now, I told y'all in the Air Jordan 6 video, I was going to show y'all another pair of socks that I got. These are my Cheech and Chong socks. I literally only wear these socks. Matter of fact, let's Magic YouTube this. I only wear these socks when I'm wearing OVO 12s. The white and gold color is a perfect spot-on match. I also found this Nike tee. And yeah, it got stained from the receipt. Because I bought these off somebody. He got them from Nike. And I kept the receipt in the box. So the shirt got stained, unfortunately. But it's all good. I ain't tripping. Nice little white and gold Nike tee. This is actually a KD tee. But it matches the white and gold perfectly. So I wear this shirt with them. I wear these socks with them. And then last but not least, on the authentic release, you see the gold owl all over the paper, along with the gold 23. So I thought that was a great addition. But let's get inside this bag, though, so we can get into these OVO 12s, which is what we're really here for, right? Just give me a second. the original SneakerCon legit tag. You see that number on there? 5,288. So if you pull up 5288 in a SneakerCon database, you're going to see Detroit Dave's pair of OVO 12s. When you talk about babying a sneaker, oh my God, bro. I treat these with the utmost respect. Like, I really treat these like a newborn baby. I treat these like they were my firstborn son. They're so white. Like, they're so white. They're white and like off-white. Let's see what the colorway is. White, metallic gold, and white. Okay, so they're like, it's like a off-white though. Almost like military blue fours. It's like a off-white, you know what I mean? Not a sail, but it's like just a off-white, you know what I mean? Along with the white, which is the sole and this little area right here. And then you got the Stingray that's like off-white. Same high quality leather. But this is more of a flat though. Whereas the other colors are like what you call it, matte? Matte. This is more like a matte or a flat white. Whereas the other colors, they have like a little shimmer to them. They have a shine. These don't have that. They're like a flat white. And these shoes are really, really white. Like, I thought they was going to have some more gold, even some red right here on the 23 or maybe on this Jumpman right here. But no, these shits is white and gold, straight up. Very, very, very clean. These are the type of sneaker you would wear to a wedding or something like that. I've worn this shoe twice. One time, I undid stock for my birthday vacation. 40, when I turned 40 in 2021. I was in Hilton Head, and I decided to undid stock these for my birthday. So I wore them in Hilton Head in 2021 when I turned 40. And then I wore them again to a sneaker show in 2022, I believe. Or either the beginning of 2023. Shout out to my man at the Prism God. I spoke about him in my Air Jordan 4 video because he gave me a t-shirt when I won one of his sneaker contests. He gave me a t-shirt that rocks perfectly with Lightning 4s. So I mentioned him in that video. He has a sneaker show here in Atlanta called the Culture Collision, where it's trading cards and then mashed up with sneakers and streetwear, which is why it's called Culture Collision. So shout out to my man at the Prism God. I wore these to his sneaker show in 2023. And that's the only time I've worn them. As you can tell, looking dead stock as a motherfucker. Look at that. These shoes is 8 years old, bro. Well, this is 2025. These shoes are 9 years old. Look at that sole, bro. You can still see the gold flakes in this shit and everything. Like, so icy, bro. Why? Because I baby the fuck out of these shoes. Now, I didn't pay nowhere near what they worth now, because the last time I looked, I think these shits is like $1,600. But I paid a nice ticket, though. I paid less than $1,000, but I paid a nice ticket to get these. I wanted these so bad. And as a matter of fact, this sneaker is the reason why I got the sneakers app. I remember I had to download the sneakers app to try to win these. So whenever these came out in 2016, the week before they came out is when I started my sneakers account. Kind of like what I did for Twitter, because I started a Twitter account in 2012 when Paranormals came out, because the only way you can get Paranormals was to send in a weird picture on Twitter in 2012. So I started my Twitter account for those, started my sneakers account for these. And unfortunately, I did not hit, but it's all good because I ended up getting them, though. So I ain't tripping. What can I say about this sneaker, man? Shout out to Drake. I'm not the biggest Drake fan. In my opinion, his best album was Take Care. And so that first 2009 to 2013, Drake is my favorite Drake. I'm not really a Drake fan. I don't stay up on his music. He's Drake, so you're going to hear him, you know what I mean? But I can't tell you like what his newer songs are. I really don't give a fuck. All I know is I fuck with this shoe heavy. These are just so cold, so clean. Like I said, this is, when I look at this shoe, I automatically think wedding. And I don't know why, but I just automatically think wedding. This is like a wedding type sneaker. You know what I'm saying? Nice quality, tumbled leather, Stingray. Oh yeah, this tumble might even be better than this shit. Almost look like the panel on the toes. You know, the bread toes and the pine greens. How that side panel look. That's how this leather is looking over here. And then of course you got the Stingray, which is kind of like a common theme on the OVO releases. They all, some of them, most of them have Stingray on them somewhere. I don't know why. That's just Drake thing. He likes Stingray, I guess. So here you have the 2016 released white Air Jordan 12 OVO. Beautiful fucking release. Easily the best Air Jordan 12 that I have in my collection. I kind of thought about selling them. Don't really want to sell them. But if somebody come with a stupid ticket, these shits can go. I ain't gonna lie. Like, I'm not that attached to them. They hard. I fuck with them. Don't get me wrong. I fuck with them heavy. I don't want to sell them. I never posted them for sale. But if somebody see this video and DM me like, yo, Dave, I've been looking for them. I got 1,300 or something. Man, listen, bro. My Zelle is my phone number. I'll be shipping these to you tomorrow, my guy. But nah, for real. I really like this sneaker. One of the only releases with the gold eyelets, although the taxis have gold eyelets as well right here. And I'm pretty sure these are going to be plastic. These probably ain't. Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, no, these metal, bro. Okay, all right, so that's what's up. That's what's up. They put metal ones on the OVOs. These ones are definitely metal, for sure. So there you have the white Air Jordan 12 OVO, released in 2016. Super, super clean. Why? Because that shoe was very expensive, and it's all white. So I'll make sure that I take really good care of them. So normally this would be the part where I just run through them all and close it out, but I'm about to give y'all a little bonus section real quick. So just hold on, hold tight 1 second.
We love to shine, yeah, we love to shine. Keep them enticed with ice that shine in the light. Verse 2, it hurts you to see the click, yup. Grind the track, find dimes who super thick. Stupendous bodies, thunder thighs, and super tits. More pretty hoes in the video for who you with. Up of all you want with the pimp scenes. New mics keep the interior of the whip clean. Dual flow master exhaust with Chevy tip scene. As I'm pulling out and peeling off, I dip me. And I'm still shining while I'm riding in my Chevrolet. Quality wax keeps the shine on the Chevy paint. And the wheels is like...
All right, so just to give y'all another look at these clean ass motherfucking OVO 12s. These shoes so clean, bro. These are so clean. No matter what you're wearing, if you're wearing these shoes and the shoe is clean, definite head turners, bro. You can't go nowhere without people asking you what these are, or at least saying they like your shoes. Even if they're not into sneakers, you're going to get some sort of compliments with these. Now, I'm from the 80s, man. In 7th grade, wearing mismatched sneakers, but they weren't really mismatched sneakers, was a very popular thing. I remember the Filas that look like high top Air Force Ones with the strap that come off. We was doing those with them Filas a lot. High top Air Force Ones a lot. We was doing this a lot. So what I decided to do was give you kind of a little bonus, because when I was looking at the Frenchies and the Indigos, I just wanted to give y'all a little bit of a viewpoint on what you can do with 12s, where you can have a certain amount of 12s you can really extend and make it like more 12s. All the different combinations, how you can really mix these shoes up, right? So the Indigos and French Blues is kind of obvious, right? It's the same colorway, just in reverse. So if you decide to put these together, it's kind of like you're wearing a what the, because you got the white with the French blue on the right on the top, French blue on the bottom. And here you have the French blue on the top and the white on the bottom. So that's one combination you could pull off, and I think it'll go crazy. Here's another one you could do, and people would barely know because it's really the same shoe. Indigos and Obsidians. Another combination, when we talk about reversing, red on the top, white on the bottom. With the cherries, white on the top, red on the bottom. So that's another way you could do it. kind of like what this. Of course, black and red and black and white. People were doing this in high school. People actually did it. I might have even did it. I probably did this. I probably did this in high school. Black 12s. One got the red sole. One got the white sole. You don't have to do it, but you can do it. Now, I definitely did this, and plenty of people did this just to kind of stunt and say, yeah, we got both colors. Red on the bottom. One is a black upper. One is a white upper. So that's definitely a color combination you can do. And then keeping right along, playoffs. Red playoffs. Gym reds. That's another way you could do it. And then I really like the way these look from the back though. You know what I'm saying? From the back, they damn near the same shoe. So I really fuck with that heavy. I like the way that looks. I like the contrast. So that's definitely something I would do. I haven't done it yet, but that's definitely something I would do. And you can almost blood encrypt it too. Hold on. This another one. Ooh, you can blood encrypt it too. White on the bottom, red on the top, blue on the top. You can blood encrypt it too. And then finally, this is similar to the first one. The indigo with the French blue. You can also do the obsidian with the French blue. Although these obsidians are older and I wore them much more, so they're not as clean. So I probably wouldn't even do that because then it just look like you wearing one dirty shoe and one new shoe. So I probably wouldn't do that. But, you know, just something I want to throw in there real quick. So there you have Detroit Dave's Air Jordan 12 collection for 2025. The coveted white OVO 12, released in 2016. Retro Plus colorway, French Blue 12, also released in 2016. Gym Reds, aka Strawberry 12s, also released in 2016. Flu Games, also released in 2016. Playoffs 12s, released in 2022. Cherry 12s, love this shoe, released in 2023. Obsidians, my favorite Air Jordan 12 ever. Clearly. And it's never going to change. These are always going to be my favorite Air Jordan 12. And this is the 2012 release. And last but not least, the Indigo 12 that gives you like that PSNY feel. It's got its own separate box, and these were released the year of COVID. And then I also just wanted to add my daughter's pair. She can no longer fit these, and I'm selling them for the low. Give me like $25, man. I'll ship them right to you. Those are the white and hyper pink release Air Jordan 12s. I believe the box is crushed because, you know, she was 8. So I think she crushed the box. So I don't believe I had a box for these. But if you're interested, man, just like I say, $20, man. I ain't tripping. Now, there is a little bit of separation right here, but you can really barely tell. And if you paying $20, you just gonna let your daughter run around and fuck them up anyway. So send me $25, I'll ship them to you. The Hyper Pink Air Jordan 12s. These are a size 3.5. So if your daughter is right around 7, 8, 9, those should be right up her alley. Like I said, I don't believe I had a box. $25 ship. Nice little play shoe for your daughter. And there you have it. Shout out to SB's. Video coming next month. And there you have Detroit Dave's Air Jordan 12 collection for 2025. I definitely appreciate y'all rocking with me. Bella appreciates y'all. You appreciate you too, Bella? I guess that's just the way she talks. She just like to, I don't know. But there you have the Air Jordan 12 collection, along with my favorite Air Jordan 12 ever. This has been your boy, Detroit Dave. Excuse the sniffling. I apologize for that, because when it comes through on the camera, it's probably irritating as fuck. So y'all got to excuse me. I was just trying to get the video done for y'all. I didn't mean to sniffle all through it. Excuse me. My apologies. I appreciate y'all. This has been the Air Jordan 12 Retro. like collection video for 2025. As y'all know, Obsidians are definitely my favorite Air Jordan 12 of all time. And I'll be right back at y'all next week to kick off April with the Air Jordan 13s. I appreciate y'all, man. It's your boy.
Session past the Renaissance. Looking for a laugh and you honestly buzz? Take a seat in Coco's Comedy Club. We done went downtown all the way from the mile. The last stop is the strip, better known as the aisle.